I want to invite up Adam Kahan, Vice President of University Advancement, to share news about the many exciting initiatives happening at Ryerson. Come on up, Adam.
Good evening. It's a truly great pleasure for me to welcome all of you back to our annual Ryerson Dinner. But let me begin with an apology, and the apology is from my boss, our president, Sheldon Levy. Sheldon, of course, would have done anything to be here except for one thing, and that's not be at his daughter's wedding. So as dates would have it, Sheldon is celebrating his daughter's wedding, and I trust that that has been a wonderful event as well. But he sends his warm regards and greetings to all of you and wishes he were here with you. What I want to do with you this evening in brief time is sort of share with you what's going on at Ryerson, give you a good sense of what's happening for the alumni at your alma mater, and understand the sort of dynamism and the dynamic that we are going through every day. And what we try to do all the time is think about growth, change, and development, but never at the cost of quality. And that, for us, is always particularly important. So, what about Ryerson today? Well, we've had amazing growth since that first year in 1948 when there was an enrollment of 200 students. And today we have a student body which is one of the most culturally diverse in Canada, if not the most culturally diverse, with undergraduates from over 140 countries. And many are first in their family to go to university. And as you see, we have 140,000 alumni, a few of whom are with us this evening. Yes. We have 28,000 full-time equivalent students at Ryerson today, and we've had more applications for spaces than any other university in Ontario. In fact, it is more difficult to get into Ryerson now than it is to get into Queen's and Western and many of those other universities. So your alma mater's really come on. And we have 2,300 graduate students. Now this is something phenomenal because it's grown from 0 to this number in just 10 years. And our graduate programs range from, are there journalists here? Journalism, physics, philosophy, economics, MBAs, and on, and so much more. We have 105 undergraduate, master's, and PhD programs now at Ryerson. And one of the interesting things is we launched a new bachelor's degree in English. And as Alan Shepard, our provost, was mentioning today, we were hoping maybe to get 60 or 70 applicants for the program to get it going. We had over 1,000. And we have 5 new graduate programs launching as we speak in the next 2 years. And a new Faculty of Science is coming soon, which is a new wonderful development for us. But I mentioned the great ratio of undergraduate applications compared to spaces. Well, we also had 5.5. Now, I'm not sure who the half person was, but we have 5.5 applicants for every space in graduate school. Oops, we're going the wrong way. The other thing, of course, is that we show a lot of the development, but what you don't see what goes on in the classroom out in public. And we have been getting a lot of accolades for our academics in the last number of years. One of the facts is that our Ted Rogers School of Management and our Dean Ken Jones and his colleagues are sitting over there. Our Ted Rogers School of Management received the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business Accreditation. Now that might not sound like a lot. It is the most important accreditation in the world for a business school, and only 5% of the business schools in the world have qualified for this accreditation. We got it. And there's lots of collaboration going on. Now, the Dean of the Osgood Law School happens to be with us here this evening. Welcome, Lorne. Where are you? He happens to be married to my colleague who's the Vice President of Administration and Finance. You can imagine what their bedtime talk is all about. But our students are now able to take courses at Osgood, and Osgood students are taking courses with us. And another fascinating collaboration that we have is with St. Mike's Hospital, where our graduate psychology students are counseling patients at the St. Mike's Clinic. So I mentioned to you that we will have a new Faculty of Science launching in 2012, which will reflect the growth in this field, with 4 schools: chemistry and biology, physics, math, and computer science. We've attracted some amazingly good faculty from all over the place. In fact, this fall, we had faculty join us from the University of Texas, Michigan State, University of Wisconsin, Rutgers, McGill, University of California, University of San Francisco, just to name a few. Ryerson has truly become a mecca for great academics and researchers who want to be part of our story. We have a 3M award winner in Ann Kislenko, the highest accolade that you can get as a lecturer in Toronto, in Canada, and he also He was also the first winner of the Best Lecturer in Ontario competition of TVO. Now, our faculty are frequently quoted in the media. You'll see them in newspapers, you'll see them on TV and radio, commenting on everything from elections, kind of pertinent right now, to pop culture. And one of the things we've done in recent years is we've reached out to distinguished people to create distinguished visiting professors. And some of the professors who are with us right now include Tony Berman, the former head of CBC and former head of Al Jazeera. Stephen Lewis, who you all know, Atta Magoyan. Folks like David Dingwall, who's a former federal minister, and I could go on and on. But these are wonderful people who come to Ryerson to share of their wisdom and their experience with our students. And folks like Buzz Hargrove and Brian Siegel and Stephen Lofton, all these folks are with us today, and they are with our students sharing their wisdom. Now, pictured here, I hope, is Victor Yang. Victor Yang spends his mornings doing surgery at St. Mike's. In the afternoon, he comes to Ryerson to do his research, and he's working on a new invention that we are hoping will make MRIs and X-rays obsolete. In fact, it's a new way to image inside the body using tiny optical fibers, and his students are working with Harvard Medical School to develop these technologies. In fact, our Ryerson research trajectory has been nothing short of amazing. Research funding and publications have actually doubled in the last 5 years. So we've established our place nationally and internationally, and in key areas such as digital media, energy, biomedical, creative industries, and social innovation. But what is distinctive is Ryerson's commitment to continuing to solve real-world problems, to advancing market problems, to advancing market-driven as well as discovery-driven research, to advance innovation in Canada. And we are uniquely positioned, I believe, to do this because our focus on career-oriented education has always been at the core of what we do. Our faculty come to us with real-world experience as well as all the academic qualifications that they need. And we have wonderful relations and strong partnerships with industry, government, the community, and I do believe our creativity, agility, and ability to anticipate and respond to societal need is also what makes us very significantly different. Our external funding from non-government sources has doubled in this past year, testament to the relevance of research at Ryerson. Now, in order to do all of this, we had to build, and we are building. So Ryerson is building a number of key projects. We have the Ryerson Athletic Center at the Gardens. We have a new student learning center. The laughter is because they say the cognoscenti are cognizant of what's going on, so I'm not going to go into it, but the Ryerson Athletic Center at the Gardens, the Student Learning Center, the School of Image Arts, the Ryerson Gallery and Research Center, and the Health Sciences Building. So let's start with our new Ryerson Athletic Center at the Gardens. As many of you know, this is another deal that we did with a stratified title position, where we're partnering with Loblaws and have reinvented and brought back the Gardens. And in fact, it's all due to the fact that our students led a referendum that supported a very significant increased fee with a 75% majority in favor to enable us to reach out and find new athletic space. The existing athletic space built in 1987 was built for some 10,000 students. We have 28,000 full-time equivalents today. So an enormous amount of excitement around this project. Now you're going to enter these gardens from Carlton Street, right under the canopy, which does say Maple Leaf Gardens, by the way. And when you come in, yes. Go Leafs. When you come in, you will not see behind the wall that's behind us, but behind us will be a 75,000 square foot store that Loblaws has with parking below. You will also see our gyms and our weight rooms, I think, coming up. And you will also see, and here it comes, this multi-purpose court, which has 1,000 seats with retractable seats for volleyball, for basketball, for floor sports, and so on. This pushes us into the forefront of the ability to provide wonderful facilities for our students and for the community. In fact, in many ways, when it comes to athletics, we've gone from worst to first in terms of space. And now, of course, the pièce de résistance. When you go up and up and up and you reach the third floor, you have the new Ryerson rink. The rink, which has some 2,800 students, will be home to hockey and figure skating and teams and intramurals and community skates and kids skates. And actually, we have a wonderful new women's varsity team now in the CIS that I'm pretty sure is going to win everything that they go out for. So one of the things I do want to encourage you to do is come to the gardens and support your Rams. Construction is working very well. We're at pace. We're going to open the facility for activity in the spring of 2012. And then you're all going to come back, you and the other 139,500 alumni, to join us for the opening of the gardens in September of next year. So that's one. How about this? This is our new Student Learning Center, a learning space for the 21st century. This is located on the site of what was Sam the Record Man. So no longer are we going to say we're behind Sam the Record Man, we're on Sam the Record Man. We expect to break ground for this project in early 2012, and it's a $112 million project. This is a place for students to collaborate, to learn together, to relax together, to innovate, and to actually use a space that is dedicated for them to let their creative juices flow. Lots of open spaces. It'll also be linked to our library by a walkway, and of course, and I'm looking at our councillor, Kristen Wong-Tam, it is going to not only change our campus, it is going to change the conversation of Yonge Street and Toronto. And this is our new Image Arts and Gallery building. This is the former O'Keeffe Brewery. Some of you may have known it in the days when it was O'Keeffe Brewery. It has been a very complicated project, but it is coming on, and it is draped in programmable LED panels, which can be programmed, and I hope you'll go by and have a look at it. And of course, it is the new Ryerson Gallery and Research Center. It will house the 291,000 images that are the Black Star collection, a collection that was donated to us in 2005, probably the most significant photojournal collection in the world, and it will be housed and displayed in our new gallery. It contains amazing photographs capturing the important figures of our time, and indeed, significant new collections are being offered to us as we speak on almost a daily basis. So do look out for the special exhibits that will be there. What the Black Star is essentially a visual history of the 20th century. These are the photographs that appeared in Life and Look and Time magazines. And what's great about this is not only will it be good to look at, but it provides us a wonderful resource for students and for faculty in all sorts of fields for research. There is major international interest in this collection. Now, we've been doing a lot of building, but when we did our master plan, one of the principles that was core to our master plan was pedestrianization, making our campus a place where people could walk about and enjoy their neighborhood. And so we got Gould Street closed down. And this was a pretty lengthy fight, once again, led by our students, and we have been given some extensions and are now hoping that we're going to get permanent closure. But this is now a site where students gather. It's a site where we have fashion shows and art exhibits, and I do want to invite all of you to come down any Tuesday afternoon where the farmers market is now on Gould Street. And if you want a good cup of coffee while you're down, we're putting a new Balzac Cafe in that Image Arts building. So, buy your fruit and have some coffee. Now, one of the most amazing developments of all that has happened at Ryerson in the last years is our digital media zone. This is a place where students collaborate and experiment and take their ideas to market. It's a place for doers, a place where dreams do come true. It is all about focusing on the new digital economy and providing the opportunity for those innovations to occur. And it's also about entrepreneurship. This is not the innovation I was looking for, but can I ask the tech folks to run the slides, please? We opened the Digital Media Zone in April of 2010. More than 190 innovators in 40 teams are in the zone. We've had 36 startups successfully incubated and accelerated. We have initiated more than 65 projects, and 350 jobs have been fostered and created through newly formed startups and market-driven research. And 8 companies have outgrown the space and since leased their own. So ladies and gentlemen, friends, brothers, sisters, this is your Ryerson. One of the things that we have always aimed to do is to make sure, particularly for our alumni, that that diploma or that certificate or that degree that you hold is enhanced every single year by what we do at the university. We have a very proud and a very rich history. I think many of you might not recognize the campus today from the campus that you attended. But one thing is sure, and that is the fact we've always stayed true to our north, which is about career-oriented, real-world education. And it is a part of our tradition to always adapt to change and need, and to look to societal problems and the solutions that we can focus. And at the core of all of this always has been about our students. So we hope you'll stay in touch. We hope you'll continue to get involved. We hope you'll be proud of your alma mater, and we hope you'll always say, we're proud Ryersonians. Thank you very much.